Transform You Media Network. World Ability Podcast Network is devoted to the disability community. I say it as 2 billion people around the world that provide the experiences we have by and with people with disabilities. As a conversation starter, we work with 7 demographics as routine: people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, people who are deaf or hard of hearing, people who are blind or visually impaired, people with a physical disability, those with a mental health diagnosis, everyone with chronic pain, and everyone out there that has a goal of substance use reduction. In our year's worth of programming, we aim to touch upon faith life, service life, lifelong learning, our politics and agency work, and things we do in the occupational realm, business ventures, jobs, and such like that. And then all of the fun stuff: sports, hobbies, pastime, leisure activity, recreation, travel, therapeutic rec, and so forth. So this is how we do it here at the World of Ability. And we have a lot to catch up on since a week ago, last Saturday, through to today. In the middle of it, we had our July 22nd event, 222 to Save 22. We had hundreds of people involved throughout the day, and we have a lot of follow-up to do. We have a team of 22 people and a few different dimensions of that. We had Zach Clayton from Community Pay It Forward providing us the 22-hour podcasts through the Happy Neighborhood Project. We had set up a 55-minute devotion showing HMP supporting veterans. It spilled over into a 65-minute occasion. It's all on Facebook, Facebook Live video recording with Happy Neighborhood Project, HMP, in the video section on their Facebook page. We are trying to share that out widely. I think people are going to be amazed at the work product that came out of hitting the topic of losing too many lives of veterans to suicide. We have a mission change, or tweak, I should say, for Onward and Upward. Emily and I have been representing Onward and Upward for a year and a half, and knowing it as helping the homeless community and having a feature of employment. And so our founder, Anna Maria Bliven, is reporting a focus on the veteran community, and surely inspired out of the response. And with all the veteran organizations, agencies, divisions, just so much spurred. We've got our next event, HopeStock, coming to us July 29th, 30th, 31st. We are conjuring up a lead-in event on the media, advertising, promotion, publicity side. Another 22nd of the month event, July 22nd. And the week prior, on Sunday, July 17th, we are going to be a part of Shine Music Festival, a music festival experience, listening to bands and enjoying time on the grounds out there in Colorado, happening on July 17th. So on that Sunday. So just back-to-back stuff already pointing to that this summer is going to be dynamite. It's going to be, an outdoor series of occasions and lighting up the digital space, live streaming, Zoom events, and on and on. We just keep doing this lively, having events and services and programming available through social media and through our video formats. We have from Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin, reports on the great program where people enjoyed it on Zoom. In person at the Kalahari, there was a drone ball drop where somebody we know, won something that just knocked their socks off. They're still trying to find their socks after that one. And so just lots of fun, festivities, follies, and, true mission work, things that are life or death. So we've got it all going on in this episode. So I'm going to bring in our diva, DE of Denise, VA of Vargas, Dream Every Day, visualize always. Did I get that right, Diva? Do I have the acronym down yet?
Yes, you did. Yes.
All right. So what do you bring to the show today with everything that's been going on the last week and the big news around you and what we talked about last night, that you were just, surprised and feeling the karma and the vibes and everything? What is happening with you? What's your check-in today? What's happening with Diva?
Well, first of all, wow. We had so much happening and so much happening. Oh my gosh, you just told all our secrets, right? But we need to tell them again as the time gets closer. Definitely want people to join in on all the fun. But yeah, with Save 222, Save 22, I was just super surprised when I found out that I won the drone ball drop. And it was, what? What? I was just really super amazed and super excited. And the fun of it all is that I've always wanted to, so I play golf on the computer, right? Every now and then. And even on the computer, I could never get a hold of one or even get it close enough to where I can say, all right, it's close enough. But here we go, drop the ball, and they picked my ball. My ball on a drone was the closest one to the hole. So that was pretty amazing and a lot of fun. So yeah, I got to play golf, sort of, kind of. But anyway, it was fun. Yeah, looking forward to all the stuff that's coming up. Fun stuff. And yep, you did get that acronym correctly, because hey, we gotta dream every day and we gotta visualize always, because when you do that, you will make things happen. You will manifest whatever it is that you want. And I'll even show the audience that I end up manifesting this beautiful car, which I was able to drive, even though the whole world told me, nope, you can't. Nope, you're too weak. Nope, you this. Nope, you're that. Your disability is gonna progress and you're not gonna, and it's too expensive. Anyway, all the no's in the world did not stop me from visualizing myself in that car driving. And I ended up driving for over 20 years, and it was amazing. Even though it took me a good 10 years of everyone telling me no, I eventually manifested my dreams. So yeah, it can be done. And I just want everyone out there to know that dream every day, visualize always, and it will happen.
There we go. Things are happening here, and you are with the happy happening heroes. Diva's with some other team that,
Oh yeah,
she'll have to represent that. But
my team is the rosiest badass team, and we're gonna win. Now, what are we gonna win? Go ahead, tell them what we're gonna win. We're in competition, and my team is gonna win.
I don't even know what we win. I'm just going for the pride of it. I just gotta beat out Rosie and Diva and the gang here. So that's enough for me. We even win a prize or something, or what's going on?
Oh no, no, I don't think we win anything. I just know that the biggest win is knowing that I beat you.
Yeah, good luck with that. I got Emily on my side, so Emily told me she's going to favor the happy happening heroes. So that's all we need. We got to clinch now. So we got Barbara connected here. I don't know if she's trying to retreat and do other things, or if Barbara, if you're ready to come in and give your thought of the week.
Oh, thought of the week. Oh my goodness. Just it's never too late, and it's better late than never, and it's wonderful to keep on suiting up and showing up and seeing the friends that you're working with, that you're doing things with. I so wanted to be there on the 22nd, and not sure. I ended up for some reason just getting really sick, and I just kept falling asleep. I just was having trouble staying conscious. So I need you guys to tell me about, how wonderful it was and how much money maybe people came up with, how many people are being helped. I'd love to hear that Denise won from the drop from a drone. That was great. And yeah, here I am, determined to, ever victorious, to keep on hanging in there and showing actual proof of what happens when friends unite with great dreams of making the world a better place. That's what I have for right now. And I'm trying to walk so much every day, and yeah, I am so sorry that I'm not more prepared today, but give me a few minutes to think, and I'll know what else I definitely should share. Something really exciting for me is that my daughter, who's going to be turning 40, and she always wanted to be a mommy from when she was really little, and I didn't think it was going to happen for her at all. And at 37, she was finally able, she became pregnant, and she had a little boy. And then a year later, she was told to wait a year before trying to have a second baby, and she had another little boy. And then surprise, 3 months after he was born, Riley, all of a sudden she finds out she's pregnant again with a girl. She's telling me, my daughter who's just hitting 40, she's telling me, Mom, we don't know how it happened. And I'm like, oh, we'll sit down. We'll talk about how these things can happen. But, it's really exciting. So much prayer. There should be, a healthy, happy baby that has two loving brothers who, protect her and help her grow. And, the dynamics of the studies that say if you get someone who is an older brother to a little sister to marry someone who is a little sister to an older brother, their chance of staying together and having a successful, lifetime relationship is way above everybody else's, because as a child, they were comfortable with. They got the dynamic of a protective older brother and this little sister, and it works for a lifetime according to studies. And my degree in psychology was all about being a studier of studies, and I love to share things like that for whatever they're worth to anybody. But I think it's interesting, and my brother and I said if we had like one good one-liner to get us through life, it would be the one that would go, no matter what's happening in our lives, we'll be able to say, well, that was pretty interesting. So far, it's a good one-liner to hold on to. Back to whoever wants to take it back and let me know if my thoughts connected for you at all, and I was audible, articulate, and clear-minded. So I'm communicating with my fellow humanity. And I'm so glad to be here, because that's such a good chance of being heard when I'm with this group, and so appreciate it.
Yeah, well, thanks for sharing all the good news. Congratulations on, being a grandparent, all over again, and the growth of the family and the growth of the human family, joining the 7.8 billion of us that are inhabiting the planet right now. So yeah, exciting times, and we'll be very optimistic to the future, that basically this baby might be ready to do amazing things in its lifetime. And so yeah, all the best, great wishes for the family, and mom there, and so yeah, very exciting. So
and I need to let people know that there's so many children in this world right now that need people to care about them and love them, that I have a friend who works for protective services, and she was saying it really doesn't matter how old you are, if you're single, what your situation is. If you have space, if you have love, if you can, be there for another person, there's people that, can make it happen for you. especially, with the foster care. So people need to know that and need to have enough courage to open up their homes and their hearts like that, because there's a lot of young people that need it.
Yeah, very good message. Very true. These things are spurred by awareness and, out of sight, out of mind. So yeah, it's good you bring it up because that's what's needed, is to get the suggestion of that out there and help people get informed. Confidence comes from competence. So as people feel that they understand how the process works and what it means for their life, I can imagine it becomes more doable than maybe what some people otherwise fret about, not knowing if they want to get involved in that process. But yeah, always happy to have that, the idea of being a foster parent and so forth, adopting and all of that, definite need in life in the world to keep our children taken care of and building those needed options. So yeah, I'm not up on the statistics right now or how dire the need is, but from you saying it, I'm taking a hint that we need more people involved to think of parenting in that way.
And a wonderful, wonderful movie that everyone should see, just because it's uplifting, and I love it when they say this is real. This is based on, it's a documentary. It's based on a true story. I love when it's like that. And it's a movie called Instant Family that Mark Wahlberg helped make happen. So I suggest everybody see it, just for, it touches your heart. It's a good movie.
Very good. Very good. I happened to enjoy Walking the Line yesterday. That's about Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
So that was a good one that I watched last night. So yeah, that's a good idea. We'll have to do that occasionally here, have our movie check-in, what are the people are consuming. And that's the old thing. The network marketing industry uses that. Like, you recommend a movie, why wouldn't you recommend a product that you have in your home business? So yeah, good stuff here. So at the Happy Neighborhood Project, we are promoting International Day of Happiness on Friday, March 18th. It kicks off at 9 a.m. Pacific time or noon Eastern time, and it goes for 6 hours. So for all those on the East Coast, it's basically noon to 6. Great 6 hours of an event. Tickets are only $25 a piece. You can find those tickets at abc.com/IDH, which takes you to happyneighborhoodproject.com/IDH. So Denise, were you trying to get a word in here?
I am so excited for International Day of Happiness. Again, manifesting whatever you want. So last year, I won a gift card of $250. And again, you have so much fun. Unbelievable speakers, unbelievable prizes, so much fun. And then we have the speed networking. And this year, we're going to blow it away, because we are actually going to break the Guinness Book of World Records, which now is being held by Belgium, of 168 speed networkers. Well, we are going to completely surpass that. So definitely join us. And like Kurt said, you can go to hmpabc.com/IDH, or you can even scan that QR code that's on the screen. So much fun. So much fun. Back to you, Kurt.
All right. So this is where we put Barbara in the hot seat, because as it would be with the four of us being the videos of this podcast, we have Emily just yesterday bought a ticket to the International Day of Happiness. Denise and I are set with our tickets to International Day of Happiness. But Barbara, we come to find out that you didn't buy a ticket yet. Are you thinking about it?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm just kind of hearing about it. I mean, I know I've heard about it before, but you can have eyes that see and ears that hear and still be pretty dumb, deaf, and blind. And that's me. That's like part of what I'm challenging. And yeah, and please tell me more and tell me how to go about doing it.
Yeah, so in the end, it's going to be held on a webpage called Hopin, hopin.com, HOPIN.com. So folks can go onto that page and set up a simple account. It's like setting up anything else on a web page where you can have your it sets up with your email address. It ties to your social media, like your Facebook, and you can put in your LinkedIn link, or, anything you're doing on social media can be put in your profile. And you can upload a picture like you have in your backgrounds here with coming onto Zoom. You got the virtual background stuff going on. You can do that same type of thing with Hopin. And but in terms of getting to that point where you're ready for Hopin, you go through the homepage of the Happy Neighborhood Project. So happyneighborhoodproject.com, looking for the info on IDH. IDH stands for International Day of Happiness. And the link ends up being happyneighborhoodproject.com/IDH. And it's all right on there. It's even got a video to show you the experience that you're looking forward to on the Hopin webpage. And so what happens is that the page is set up to show you how to enter like the main events. Like when Edwin starts the event and he's speaking, it'll show you that there's a box to click on, and you're going to enter into this meeting environment on your screen or on your phone. And you're going to be able to listen to Edwin, commence the program, and he'll be tying in our member relations coordinator, Aaron Justice, and Fawn Vo, the director of happiness. There'll be parts played by sponsors, and we have our mentor team and captain team, and, talking about our co-hosts, and, and then it'll get into guest speakers. There's going to be educational programs. Like I know, Barbara, you like laughter yoga. That'll be represented during the event. And, so there'll be other workshops and value for personal and professional development throughout the day. And then on the screen, there's also, as Denise said, about speed networking. You're able to click into speed networking, and that's your opportunity to meet new friends. It's like speed dating, where you click on it, it opens up a screen. It's just two of you talking to each other. And it's like a time limit of a 3-minute phone call type of thing. And then after the 3 minutes, it times you out, and you move on to the next one. And it'll keep getting you another person to talk to until you hop out of there. And then you can go off into like an expo area. So there'll be a bunch of vendors. Denise, I believe, I think Live Creatively Inc. is one of the vendors. And
I am.
Yeah, and there'll be little boxes there on the screen or on your phone. You'll be able to, it's like anything with electronic stuff. You just got to look for where you need to click. And so you could be going into the Live Creatively Inc. booth and talk to Denise and see her videos and all of her multimedia there, and go off and go to all these vendors, kind of like you do in a exhibit hall. If you're going to an in-person event, it's all virtually doing the same thing to get captivated with what's supplied there. And like Denise said, there's giveaways. So we'll all be sitting in the page attending, and we'll hear the audio of, who's winning all the giveaways. We all sit there wondering if we won, and, all that kind of stuff. So it's a 6-hour event. So it's a $25 ticket to attend all of that, and almost like buying your raffle tickets. How when they come out with all those raffle tickets and they say an arm's length for $25, it's like you already have that just by entering the event.
And you mentioned about the speed networking. That's a lot like speed dating. Well, let me tell you also how it's like speed dating. What's great is that, first of all, you're going to get connected with so many people on that short amount of time, but you'll be able to put in your bio any keywords of people that you want to connect with. And these keywords can be anything that you do, or anything that you're interested in, or anything that you want to find out more about. Whatever keywords you put in there, those are the people that you're going to get matched up with. And if you don't kind of vibe with them, then you don't connect. and you move on to the next person. So it's really, it's designed to really meet your needs. And as he was talking about the virtual booths, where else can you go from the comfort of your home and look at all these other companies and products and services and see what interests you right there in the comfort of your home? It's amazing. It's a great platform, the way the system is set up. But again, the people and the speakers that you're going to meet, you're going to have an unbelievable time. Unbelievable time. So I really do hope that you come, Barbara. And for all those out there listening, go ahead and either go to hnpabc.com/IDH or scan that QR code, and let's all get happy together on March 18th.
So
Okay.
for someone who's a very slow learner like me, okay, so what I need to know, I remember $25. I remember 6 hours. I remember like hemp, HMP, you said, right? The date, I'm not totally sure, and how soon we need to get there and how we can get our money in, and these things I still didn't get. So if one more time, they say for the normal average person, it takes hearing something 3 times before they get it. I'm one of those.
Gotcha. So it's March 18th and
March 15th,
18th, March 18th.
March 18th, easier to
Right.
remember. Okay.
Uh-huh. And again, the link is in the chat box. And again, people can scan the QR code on my picture there. It'll take you right to the page. All you have to do is hold up the phone and it will take you right there. Or people can go to hnpabc.com/IDH.
Okay, so like, I don't know, like, since I just have the phone I'm holding, like, I don't know any way that I could scan while I'm talking on the phone, and it's the one phone I have. So,
Right.
right, so I have to eliminate that idea. So then I have to remember, and can it be any day before March 18th, or does it have to be March 18th when we need to remember? And the 6 hours is from what time to what time, and then I need to remember the HMP to go on to Google and look for HMP, and then it will come up. Am I getting it?
You're getting it. So it's March 18th from noon to 6 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
And it's $25 up until, I believe, the day before. After that, it goes up to $35 at the door, basically. So we definitely want to get there before that. And again, for those that are not able to scan that QR code, it's abc.com/IDH. IDH for International Day of Happiness. IDH.
IDH.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I hope to be there. I hope to get there. Nothing else. So we can, keep the conversations going.
Absolutely. And you
Barbara.
can chat with people. So definitely.
Barbara, I'm gonna text the info that's in the chat to your phone.
Okay, and I'm not sure how to keep that though. Like, do I go to the chat and then I copy? And then
I'm gonna text it to your phone, so it's on your phone for you.
Okay. Yeah, I wish we could do that for everybody. Thank you so much, Emily. Thank you.
And to that point, everybody, if you want to email me, abilitymkenow@gmail.com, call and text 262-372-1754. We can definitely respond like Emily's doing to get a text to your phone or send you an email. Happy to help everybody out there with whatever is best to follow along. And another point about all this is just one part.
Andrés, dos o tres veces. No va a estar muy oscuro, so no te puedo ver. Sorry.
So this is one part of what the Happy Neighborhood Project does. So another way to get more familiar with who you're going to be with and how it works and the general operation of this group is to consider joining the Happy Co-op for free. It's really simple. It's available at thehappycoop.com. And when you go and you sign up there, it defaults to give you a paid option. You can see what you can pay for and do that paid option as a share member. But an easy option is to just switch it to free. And when you switch it to free, you're just registering, joining as a free member, and you can fill out your name and email address and so forth. It'll take your email address, automate a message to your inbox with a token link that is your token link based around your email address and with your name automatically going into the account. And then when you click that token link, bam, you have a dashboard, and information on the International Day of Happiness is right there in the dashboard. And you also are seeing invites to join other Zoom meetings where you can meet some of these people that are going to be at the International Day of Happiness. And you can start meeting new friends immediately on Zoom. And you can hear these announcements about International Day of Happiness, and then also learn about the great way you can show people in your life that you care about them, and also inviting them to join us at the International Day of Happiness and help them not miss out on the chance to be able to say that, we're all going to be at this event breaking the Guinness Book World Record. So everybody's going to want to do that. They're going to want to be at this event breaking a Guinness Book World Record. And everybody will be posting, hey, everybody, I was a part of a Guinness Book World Record breaking event, the International Day of Happiness, speed networking, such a fun. And I have like 40 or 50 new friends that I didn't have before. And I can't wait to talk next week to my new friends. It's just going to be a great boost to everybody's life. Everything's about happiness. And like my wife, Sue, with her Tupperware business, she says, do what makes you happy. And I think this could be one of those things. So now we're going to put Emily in the hot seat because she was helping with an Integral conference. We were on another Zoom starting an hour and a half ago, and it cut a little shorter than what they had set aside. They'd set aside to be meeting all the way through this podcast, but they ended early, which means, you know what? Emily is available to co-host this podcast. So co-host Emily Gulmer, I know you're multitasking, getting Barb the text, but we're going to see how handy you are. Emily, what thoughts do you have while you're texting? And muted. You're texting and muted.
I encourage everybody to go to first of all, to encourage everybody to go to the International Day of Happiness. Also we encourage everybody to Brian Gibson is having of Project Die Hard is having a HopeStock event that's fun music and food, fun, and music on July 29th, 30th, and 31st. And it's all about helping veterans. And we are looking to have a similar event on July 22nd, like we did a few days ago, on February 22nd. So if anybody is interested in being a part of being involved with that somehow, please let me and Kurt know. Me and or Kurt. I think that's what I have to say for the second on finishing this text message.
All right, we'll give you 2 minutes to finish the text message, and then we'll come back with a doozy by yours truly. Go ahead, Barbara.
Yeah, real quick, when I'm telling people about, what a great show this is and how they should come on and see what they might have to share, what they want to contribute. And then I'm asked, what channel is it? I say, this is a radio show. And then, well, what channel is it? And I wonder how I should be responding to that correctly.
For the World of Ability, we have World of Ability podcast available on Facebook and YouTube. Emily also uses a YouTube channel of, I got to think of what it, Ability USA Now, correct, Emily? That's the, yeah, Ability USA Now is an alternate YouTube channel that Emily uses a lot of. Otherwise, World of Ability Podcast Network, World of Ability Podcast on Facebook. You can Google World of Ability Podcast Network, World of Ability Podcast. Check it out. Look at our digital landscape for World of Ability. You can check out my profiles and, see it through my name. I'm hoping Denise, maybe with Live Creatively Inc., is doing stuff once in a while to show her co-hosting here. Barbara, I encourage you that you grab, like right now on the screen. I don't know how well this works on your phone. I don't know if it even does, but we're live on Facebook and live on YouTube. I'll put the Facebook link in the chat. We can also get it to you by text, but with you being on these shows, Barbara, we encourage you to share these video links out through your profile so your Facebook friends can see it directly, from it coming onto your timeline. So
yes,
we can help you with that if you need assistance. But yeah, that's something we should all be doing to definitely share out the World of Ability podcast.
Thank you.
You bet.
Thank you for all your time.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
And make comments. We love comments.
Yep.
Comment and share it around to all of your contacts and all of your social media as well.
And ring the little bell. That way you get notified.
Yes.
So as long as you're not trying to ring my bell.
Now, isn't that great how much fun we have here at the World of Ability? It's like we're definitely a live podcast. Conversation can go anywhere. You just never know, right? We might talk politics one day. We might talk whatever, but at the end of the day, we're having a lot of fun, and that's what's important.
So
Yes.
that should be a thing to help them keep coming back, keep tuning in, because they don't know what we're going to talk about.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Well, Emily, we know a lot of times you don't even know what you're going to be talking about.
Well, thank you for bringing that. I'm talking about in general, not specifically me, but the conversation in general.
Yeah. Well, in general, you tend to not know what you're going to talk about, right?
No.
All right, just having fun. It's my retaliation from Rostcoff. I'm sitting there in what was that, HMP, Hispanic Entrepreneurs or something. I'm sitting there right on HMP meeting, and I got everybody coming at me. It's like everybody wants a piece of me.
Uh-huh.
Well, everybody loves you, Kurt, so everybody wants a piece of you.
Yes.
And we know you love attention.
Oh, that is
Yeah,
for
you
sure.
crave attention.
That is for sure. No denying that. Absolutely.
So everybody right now, everybody out there looking at this video right now, listening to us, I want everybody to open up your phones right now and text Kurt. We're thinking about you. 262-372-1754 and say we're thinking about you.
There we go. Let's make it happen. So I want to bring up a little bit of a topic of, in disability advocacy, there's a lot of talk about adapting and, such like that. And a lot of times it has to do with disability advocacy. It comes from knowing how the world may not be situated in universal design, global public inclusive infrastructure, the wisdom of the world may not be applied. And so in disability services and advocacy and so forth in the disability community, there's always a lot of talk about adapting. And even for people outside of the disability community to build functionality as we do our activities with people with disabilities, adaptation, adapting, adjusting, and being creative, critical thinking, and all of that is always at play. But at the same time, there is this notion of adapting and adjusting and being creative and shifts in life that happen, and, right within this group, within the last couple weeks, the work that we do here is experiencing a lot of shifts. So people have been paying attention the last week. There's a couple of our podcasts that came on with the new, a new image, a new title. And, there's some new things happening. We're aligning with Pact podcast, all come together. And
With the Zach Clayton, out of Colorado, Community Pay It Forward. For those of you who don't recognize the word pact.
Yeah, so when these things happen, like with the International Day of Happiness, we had a push of the last couple of weeks. It was our initial early bird program and stuff like that. And now that all ended yesterday. And now we're kind of in a new way to create engagement, and the pertinent details, the stuff that was shared through yesterday is not, valid at this point. So we just shift there, and just within teams, and like we just had an event, and now we're at the aftermath of 222 to Save 22, and we're shifting focus to the summer events. We're going to be meeting now every Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to build off of what we created through 222 to Save 22 and transition it to 722 to Save 22 and so forth. But this can kind of play a challenge for an individual to make things a little bit tougher to figure out what we need to be doing at a moment, and getting us to decide what is our best bet in terms of where to put our energy. See, when we have a routine and everything's on a flow to a target, like February 22nd, this past Tuesday, and now that's over, and now we're readjusting, these things happen in life. So I just want to make the rounds here and see what people say about that in terms of these natural shifts and, kind of the best laid plans and planning periods. And then you build up to a day, and then it becomes history. It's behind us. But we can build from it to the future. And the idea of not letting the past or the future rob us of the present, that can be challenging, because our thoughts can become entrenched in the past, and they can be, visionary and visualizing and dreaming into the future, but there's something to think about in terms of the day at the moment. Like right now, we're in this podcast with 15 minutes to go, and we got to focus on what are we giving out to you folks right now, here and now. And then I got not get too caught up in the weeds of what's happening outside of this podcast. So Emily, do you have any thoughts about that? How does that work in your life when things are shifting, moving, mixing up, readjusting? You're trying to assess where you want to decide to align yourself. How does that work for you?
At least at times, it can be a little bit of a challenge. In part due to the autism, but not totally. With having a hard time with change. Change usually can, well, I shouldn't say that. Sometimes change is for the better. Depending on the situation. But I, I guess depending on what it was, but if it's like moving on from not working with somebody anymore, or um, or um, adding things or taking away stuff. I don't know. It's still a bit of a challenge, but um, better to think about that for. I don't really know how to explain it.
That's all right. Actually, with how you were sharing your thoughts, says it all, because it is a tough nuance for everybody to, get through these disruptions in our life and even take advantage of an opportunity, something that we know it's going to be great, but it's a bit of a shift for us. And we got to figure out how we're going to express ourselves in, with new contacts, maybe new ways to look at our Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like we just established that we're meeting Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays. We had to get through that culmination, that agreement that that's the schedule that makes sense. So Barbara, you have a new grandchild now, a very positive disruption in your life, but in general, how do you navigate when, something beyond your control and you get these surprises in life? What are your secrets? What are tips, tricks, and techniques to dealing with changes that happen in life? Oh, and
Yeah.
Barbara, you are muted. You are in mute. You're going to have to repeat yourself, Barbara. Hit that mute button. There we go.
Mute and sideways. There I am. And I'm not even sure how all of it happens. I just know the importance of being able to be flexible. And you know how we want to hold on to, but this is what I want to say, what I want to say. And I'm holding on to my thought. And what I have to say is so important, to actually like take a breath. And we do the same thing, I think, with time and emotion, where we can breathe and think, what does this other person need to hear, to feel, so they can feel better about who they are, so they can relax and feel better about their lives and feel like they're being understood and respected for their ideas, and how to put like the right amount of emotion into what other people are needing too, or when we think it's so important to hold on to our plans and our goals, and this is the way I want to be respected. And I see that's so insanely important to so many people, especially depending on where they're coming from and what messages they were given. This United States is such kind of a new place, and about, coming to America and how you have to look to other people. And, so much. It's just taking a breath and trying to get our values in the right place, so that we really are creating world peace, so we really are making the causes to make the world a better place as quickly as possible by our own, fast perception of what's happening, how we're making people feel, and where we're putting our energy. Kind of a new idea.
To let go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you talk to peace, that is a timely word to be using during the news of the week, with Russia and everything. So yeah, the attack, we have Russia attacking and everything, and so that's always a tension for us as humankind to like think of that unnerving reality that it's still in this world where a country needs to apply military force and use weaponry and even think of causing death because of what we can't work out together as human beings. So that peace element is like the Achilles heel of human beings around the world, and cumulatively to keep our 7.8 billion people in control. And that's always that little bit of a scare to be like, we can't always control what the other 7.8 billion people are going to do. And boom, all of a sudden you're getting the big news of the attack and, thinking of war and battles and just
I'm
that.
just so hoping that what's going on is bringing us to a place where we really are eliminating nuclear disasters, that we're really disarming ourselves. So that doesn't have to be so much a problem in the future. And when you're talking to little children, you say, come on now, we're going to learn how to use we're going to be verbal. We're going to use our words. We're going to be verbal, not violent. This is what we can do. Big people need to know those terms too, right?
That's for sure. So, well, let's bring in our life coach here. You've been hearing us talk, Denise, about tensions and changes and disruptions and war and battle and striving for peace. How do you help this for the individual, Denise Vargas, to live creatively and to work around these things that maybe challenge our happiness as a default position?
There is a lot there. But and we'll touch about, quite a few of that stuff. But the one thing that you just said there is, how do we as individuals cope with this? And that's a very key word there, is individuals, because like you said, there's over 7 billion people in the world, and everybody's about me, which means that you also have to be about you. You have to figure out, how do I as an individual cope with this? Because before, it's like being on a plane. Before you can do anything else or take care of anybody else, you do have to take care of yourself. Once you know what your values are, what you believe in, then you hold true to that. You will then find inner peace within yourself. You will find a way to pivot to a situation, how to listen before you react. And that will help others see that shift in you and how you're coping with it. That will help them in turn cope with it, because we learn oftentimes by example, just like children, right? They learn by example, by what their parents are doing, by what their family members are doing. So once your immediate core, your family unit, your friends, your neighbors, once you show them how you're dealing with all the stresses of the world and how you're having inner peace with yourself, you will then help them just by example. That might even start the conversation. It's like, oh my gosh, there's so much going on in the world right now. How can you be so calm? How are you so nonchalant about everything? Well, it's not that you're nonchalant. It's just that you figured out a way to deal with a situation that's affecting the whole world. But if you feel that you cannot do anything, you can. You can focus on what brings you peace, how you can be calm, and then how you can give that to others. Again, by example.
And everybody's different. So
Absolutely.
you have to focus on yourself and not outside anybody else. So everybody's different and handles things differently.
Exactly. But we can be there together. We can all.
Right.
Exactly. And like you said, Kurt, do not let the past or the future rob you of your present, which is a quote by Edwin Edberry. And it's so true. You can't focus on the past or the future. You really have to focus on the right now, the present. And it's called a present because it's a gift. It's a beautiful gift. Even though we're thinking that this is all horrible, and of course it is horrible, but we do hope and pray and have faith that everything will work out as it's intended to, for the betterment of all humankind, but definitely for the people who are going through this, because unfortunately, it is a lot of innocent people that get caught in the crossfires of all the shooting and the war. So all we can do is really pray for them, and know that this is gonna work out, and we just pray that everyone will be okay and that peace will come, that peace will prevail.
Yeah,
Well,
for-
another group that maybe time and again might be reaching to this topic of peace, maybe not exactly how they're known, but just taking some sort of a segue here to think of girls and parents across America through this well-known organization called Girl Scouts of America, and to not let the past or the future rob me of the present. So no matter what we're thinking about in terms of Girl Scout cookies, all I know is that at the present time in my house is like stacks and stacks of Girl Scout cookies. We have our initial delivery process going on right within the Girl Scout troop for our daughter, and her troop. So there's going to be a lot of happiness spread around through Girl Scout cookies right now, and they always stress that it's just the beginning of Girl Scout cookie sales when this is happening.
Oh, there's the big box.
Oh,
one big box.
There we go. So go ahead. If you need your Girl Scout cookies, dial this number, send an email. We'll get you hooked up. There you go. We have a Girl Scout ready to serve. We got to get those funds raised, sell Girl Scout cookies like there's no tomorrow.
well, I'm placing my order. I am definitely calling you and placing my order.
All right. Sounds good. We appreciate your support and the future of these girls and the success of this project, example after example about how to do these things, so what an experience for girls through Girl Scouts of America and the troop that we do this through right here out of our house. So with that, we are going to call that a culmination, a wrap up for this, the latest of episodes, February 26, 2022, rocking it right to the 3:00 hour Central, 4:00 Eastern. And it has been a riveting conversation. When we show up, we never know how it's going to end up, but we're always happy it goes the way it goes, and looking forward to the next week. We're looking forward to seeing you next week, Saturday, and on any of the restreams of this, your World of Ability podcast, and all of our other shows. Again, Emily's managing 14 shows right now that she's coordinating with Zach Clayton of podcasts all come together, the PAC channel, and we got the Disability channel. We have Transform You Media Network. We are evolving into an immense conglomeration of podcast media. And we are talking to our buddy, Tim Cherosian, who loves marketing and does his own show, Blue Collar Crypto. So if you want to be involved in this stuff, we welcome you aboard. And if you want to talk about potentially doing a show of your own, even if it's one show for 15, 20 minutes or something, we're here to help you do whatever you want to do to get out there in the digital world. So with that, that concludes us for today. Transforming Media Network, World of Ability Podcast Network, the PAC channel, the Disability channel. I'm Kurt Roskoff. Always happy to have Diva, Denise Vargas, Emily Gomer, and Barbara here time and time again. So let's keep it going. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Bye.